I am here at the world's largest Titanic on VHS collection with my man. I can't do it the way I did. JD.
What's going on, baby? Woo! Titanic!
I can't do, wait, I'll actually try. My man! I can't. So if you don't know, he collects Titanic on VHS. It's one of the funnest, coolest things ever. If you've been following my channel, you know I am a huge Titanic fan. I mentioned in one of the videos I did where I was like introducing you to the first time for my people, I would consider myself above average Titanic fan until I saw this guy. And I was like, okay, he beats me across the way. I'm a huge James Cameron fan in general. I took like his master class. Here we are with JD. JD, man, tell me about the collection, dude.
Do you like Titanic on VHS? Well, you should, because right now we are in the world's largest collection. I'm talking 2,702 copies of the greatest film of all time by James Cameron. And of course, we have the world's largest Jack Dawson collection. I'm talking Jack Smallson, Jack Dawson. That's just the OG Jack Dawson. We got Lumberjack Logson right there. Oh my goodness, how cool is that? And of course, Jack Longson. Look at those legs. My man built like spaghetti. And I love me some spaghetti. So we do have some fan drawings and some fan mail you can see right there. People draw Jack Dawson. T is for Titanic. We even have an alligator there with 2 copies of Titanic on VHS. That is from Sanctuary, which is really cool. People love Titanic. Whoa! So we do have the Book of Jack, and these are just busting full of fan mail. We do have mail from all over the world. People send us really cool art and letters, a lot of inspiration. People say I inspire them, or you know, they just love Jack Dawson on VHS, and I think that's so cool. And we do have so much of it. I mean, just look at all this fan mail. You know, sometimes when I'm feeling down, I just look at these drawings of Titanic and I just cheer right up. So yeah, we do have 3 volumes of this right here. This is the Book of Jack. This is the newest one, and we are trying to fill this one up right now. Every 1,000 copies, we get a new volume. Here it all is, in the flesh, Titanic. Yeah, we got Titanic, the video game. Adventure Out of Time is one of my all-time favorite video games. That's a classic right there on the PC. You know what it is. Oh, James Cameron.
Steam a few years ago put Titanic Adventure Out of Time on there, and I played it as a kid, but I never beat it as a kid because it was too complicated. I was like, I'm a man now. So I went in and I made sure that I played it and beat Adventure Out of Time. One of the earliest cases of like multiple endings of a story as well was Titanic Adventure Out of Time.
No Jack Dawson, but hey, it's all right.
Actually predates the Titanic movie by 1 year. It came out in 96. Titanic on VHS. Well, Titanic came out in 97 and then VHS was 98, I think.
And it changed our lives forever.
It did. For the better. I know you've been asked this before in one of the other videos, but has anyone who's been like a part of the film, I know we have the big man up top, JC, and then we have JD. But has anyone been like, hey, I was an extra on the ship, you know, hey, it was really cool. That's what I would love to like hear from people who actually work on it.
I went to TitanicCon last year in Vegas. And there's a whole convention about Titanic.
Yeah, I've been to that museum that they have out there in Vegas.
It was 25 years of the big piece, so it's a bunch of people who recovered artifacts from Titanic, including some of the actors. And I did meet some of the people. Lewis, who was the analyst in the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Met him, and
she's an actress, that guy.
Yep. So I hung out with him for a while, and a few of the lesser people, because it was a strike going on, so didn't have a lot of big actors out there. Yeah. But we met some of the people, and they know what we're doing now. I met the stand-in for Jack Dawson, actually.
What?
And we got his autograph right there.
Oh, that is hilarious. James Cameron being the visionary, the VFX master, both in practical and special effects, did that face replacement. It's hard to tell, even today, unless you're really looking, when they're running down the scene facing the camera and all the water's coming from behind them, you can see that they had to superimpose JD and KW's face on them. So anyway, that's a fun factoid about that.
No James Cameron. I mean, Paramount sent us the new Titanic 4K, but that's
just for fun? Like they were just like, oh, how cool.
I mean,
well, where is
that's the closest. It's up here. It's hidden.
Oh.
We don't really
we don't like the 4K, yeah. Why VHS quality over Blu-ray, 4K, or even standard DVD?
There's like a magic with the VCR, the VHS technology, the old CRT TVs. You can hear it when you turn it on, and I just, it's like putting on an old rock and roll vinyl, like pouring a fine glass of wine. It just hits differently when you watch it on VHS, and it's one of the most iconic VHSs of our time. Everyone owned this thing, that double brick baby. JC, you know what you were doing when you made this thing, and I just love it so much. And DVDs don't play in the VCR. I tried. They don't fit. What am I gonna do? VHS, that's the way to do it.
If you had a preference, would you watch it widescreen VHS or full screen?
Technically, widescreen is the better way to watch it, but I do play it in standard on these TVs.
Yeah, widescreen you get 20% more, Jack Dawson. I keep trying, I'll leave that to you. There's this huge nostalgic factor because I watched Titanic on VHS on a TV about as big as this one, and that same quality, that beautiful 144p, whatever that it's in, that THX digitally mastered sound, love it. You can't beat it. There's definitely a different feel for that. You know what? To your point about the VHS thing, there are people who take 4K Blu-ray players, they'll run them through a series of converters to get it into like this RCA analog output to replicate the feel of VHS because people miss it. And our generation today, they don't have that privilege, and that's the word I'll use, privilege of watching Titanic on VHS.
That's true.
JD was gracious enough to allow me to come see his personal collection, private collection from what I understand. So I take this as a great honor as a fellow Titanic fan, a fellow Jack Dawson, I can't do it, I'm sorry, a fellow Jack Dawson fan. So thank you so much, man. Tell our viewers at home who've got thrift stores nearby, I know you guys have those dusty attics where you might have Titanic on VHS. JD, where can they send them?
Well, we do have a P.O. box, and that baby is bussin' full of T on V. That's Titanic on VHS. You can find that at any of my social medias right there in the description. It's so easy to find, and I love picking up some T on V. Titanic on VHS.
Titanic on VHS.